Alright, sounds good. Well, we're back for the second half of the stream. So,
Roll call.
yeah, we're all here. So we had so you guys have been sort of like talking as you're going to sleep and stuff. And I don't know, do any of you like try to approach Rhinebout in private at all or anything? Because that is perfectly
No,
reasonable.
I am going to walk over to where Anna is and sit down next to her.
Alright, yeah.
Start playing some sensual music.
Could I speak to you in privately?
Are we technically too close for it to be considered private to everyone else?
Yeah, probably. It's not a big little clear. It's a little clearing. It's not a big one.
I'm sorry, I don't know you well enough yet.
Oh, but I think you might.
Wow, chicken, wow, wow.
I kind of get what he means, so I'll oblige and walk off away from the camp a little bit.
Right.
Elf kind
I
of
will
keeps an
follow.
eye.
Yeah.
Make good choices.
Use protection.
Okay, we get it. That was the joke.
Who are you, and how do you know me?
Well, I suppose I should confirm it first. Let's see here. Where did I put that? Harrington, right?
Yes. Not anymore, but yes.
Not anymore. Interesting. Well, I hold out my hand. Anna Vogel.
I'm just going to stand there.
What, don't you recognize my family name?
No, I do. That's... Well, that's odd. What are you doing out here?
Playing music. It's true. You know, traveling tavern to tavern, playing music, looking for a special someone.
He's just gonna kind of stand there and think about what he's going to say. Just completely taken aback by your reasoning.
I mean, she is here because Nox like dragged her into this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm technically not lying,
It's true.
but I'm definitely not explaining at all what I'm actually doing out here. I haven't actually explained that to anybody,
Yeah, that's true.
because also no one's really asked
Yeah,
me
there.
why I'm out here.
And it does have a reason.
I mean, like, I don't
Or
think we've
questioned,
ever had a
like,
reason.
who I am.
That's true. Yeah.
That's with all of us, though.
Yeah, you guys are all
So-
shady.
Your family is letting you do this.
Oh, they encouraged it.
Really? That does not sound like the Vogels I knew.
Oh, you know, circumstances change.
I suppose they do.
So at this point, I'm getting the impression that he didn't ever hear about the drama. Since I think you
You probably missed it, yeah.
did. We determine that you were out of town first. I can't remember. Whose thing happened first?
It might have been around the same time actually, but it probably wasn't like I don't know. It wouldn't.
I don't know. Was his family secretive about what happened? Because like we determined mine was.
Yeah, like I don't think that your family, the news wouldn't have spread too far or too wide too quickly at least. So, yeah. I don't think that he would have realistically have known about what was going on.
And what is a not Harrington doing out in the countryside?
Not Harrington.
Well, I explained it earlier. I'm a hunter.
That also doesn't seem like something the nobility would approve of.
Circumstances change.
We're getting so much information about each other here.
Get a room, you two.
Oh my god.
So, so you guys just sit there staring awkwardly
Just
at each
staring
other?
at each other like,
Yeah.
like, what do I say? Like, I'm supposed to be a charismatic character? Got nothing.
I am also a charismatic character.
I'm good at convincing people. I just have nothing I feel like convincing you
I'm
over.
good
Yeah.
at convincing and intimidating.
Well, I guess if that's all you had to say, I'd
Yeah,
like to get to sleep then.
that would be best.
Okay.
Walk on back.
Goodbye, Vogel.
Goodbye.
Oh god, you're gonna start using my last name all the time when I've
Yes.
never said it before.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Even I don't think I've even said it to Nox, even though I met her before
Yeah. That's funny.
and traveled with her for like, what was it, a couple months? We said.
Yeah, it was a good bit of time. So yeah, so you guys go to bed then, and does anyone else approach anyone else, or do we want to have you guys sleep and then hit the road or the trail? Oh,
Sounds
Logan's so cool.
The
Look,
woods.
train.
I'm going to put my bedroll in my tent because I actually remember to have one of those this
Yeah.
time.
Jeez, you went ham and got a tent?
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So yeah. So
Fucking nobles.
All right. So yeah. So you guys sleep through the night. You do have Rhinebaut's eagle is like soaring above a lot of time, watching over you guys, and Richard is giving up his rest this night to actually be on watch the whole night because you guys were, imprisoned and whatnot. They want you to recover, and so yeah. So you guys sleep through the night pretty peacefully, as peacefully as you can considering the circumstances, and the next morning wake up, and Rhinebaut is cooking some like eggs from some like wild birds, that like a goose egg or some goose eggs or something, that he or Richard found nearby. And yeah, so you guys don't have to eat that breakfast or eat your own breakfast. Well, I guess rations supposedly like last the whole day, but whatever. You're fed breakfast,
Lord.
and
We are fed a third of a ration.
yeah, and Rhinebaut sort of like, as you guys are packing up and he is packing up and everyone's packing up, he sort of like says to you all in general, he's like, is there anything else we need to discuss before we go? Like perhaps where we should meet up again when we've completed our tasks.
I kind of have to think about that. Like, going south right now. Are we gonna go back to Snowfeld after we do this?
I don't see why not. I mean, Tharivold is there, and it's close-ish. It's the closest city. This place.
Well, Staverfeld is probably gonna be closer.
To where we are now at the Red Dot.
Well, where we're gonna be after the waterfall, probably.
Right.
That's
but,
south.
Presumably, we'll come back up this way though. Might as well go to Snowfield.
All right.
And I guess that I don't know, like never mind. All right. So yeah, so do you guys tell Ryan about that? He'll sort of be like he'll caution you guys and be like because of the fact that we don't know who might be watching us and where, and we are trying, it'd be best to keep a low profile. I would suggest trying to not go through town, head straight to Theravel, and then maybe trying to stay low there, you know. And Reinbelt will say, like, although I hadn't planned on going anywhere near Snowfeld or Fellington, or any places there, I certainly, we'll wait a few days and then go and try to find Theravel and Layna and Alex
if
can
you
take
go
us there.
directly to him, he's ways out of town.
Yes, and Layna and Alex can meet us there. So.
All
right, and he like sort of, so you guys head your separate ways. They go to the north, actually, and you guys go to the south and start traveling along the road. No road. There's no road actually. Yeah, I lied.
Okay.
Traveling like through little natural trails in the forests and valleys and stuff.
Game trails.
Yeah, game trails. So it's pretty mountainous in this area. In the valleys, there's like lots of little, occasionally there'll be like little streams.
I have a morning star hanging from my belt this morning.
Sounds good. So you guys are heading along, and it's very mountainous. There will be like there will be a like a little stream here and there that go through these valleys, these little canyons, and those streams will have like trees around them. There'll be forested areas, but then other areas it'll be pretty sparse, whatever. So you guys are going, and at about like after a few hours of travel, midday or so, the area starts to get even more mountainy. Now you're in like the heart of this range, in this mountain range, and you started to see like some rapids and stuff, of different rivers that look like they lead off to the west, probably to meet up with like the main river there on the map. And so you see like you've seen some of these like rapids and stuff, so it's certainly getting like to the part where you'd expect to see more waterfalls. But yeah, so as you guys are stopping for lunch or to take a break or something, let's see, what are you guys eating for lunch? It doesn't matter.
Rations.
What else?
Delicious rations.
Rations consist of nuts, dried berries, and salted meat, typically.
Kobold.
Who among you has the highest passive perception?
I've got a 10.
Probably
11.
the bird.
He's got the most wisdom, so probably him.
Probably him, yeah. Yeah, it's like 15, 14, something.
Yeah, bird.
Troy.
Yeah, bird.
Burp.
What are we asking me?
What is
Passive perception.
Man. 13.
13, okay, yeah, so you're the highest. Alright, so you notice,
It used to be a lot higher, but, the rework, whatever.
so you notice, what was I gonna say? So, Perplex, so Kass notices while you guys are stopping for like a quick break to eat lunch or whatever, you notice that there seems to be something watching you. However, it's nothing scary. It seems to be that there is like a little chipmunk that's sitting on a branch overlooking the clearing that you guys are stopping and watching you guys. But it's like it's lingering there watching you guys.
I'm gonna tell the group to hold on, and I'm gonna fly up to this chipmunk. I'm gonna look it straight in the face.
You're just gonna like fucking eat it.
I mean, we might get to that point. We'll find out.
It looks at. It doesn't run away like you might expect. It's like on a branch.
What
up
a
in
giant
tree.
bird of prey comes flying at it.
Yeah, it actually does not run. It looks at, but it sort of sits here, and it has like these, it has like a cute little face, and it's looking up at you and stuff. And it just stares at you like it's watching you intently.
I say to it, "Tell me what you know." And intently in the face.
It sort of like cocks its head like a dog does, you know? It's like huh?
How close is he saying this to the chipmunk? To us?
I'm within like a foot of it.
Well, like within
Well,
the
how
rest of the
far
group.
away are you from us?
It's definitely within earshot. It's
Oh.
in the clearing. It's
So
at the
he
edge of
hears
this
you
clearing.
interrogating a fucking chipmunk.
Is he always like this?
Just ignore him.
Well, yeah. So the chipmunk, it just keeps like staring at you. Do you do anything in particular to it?
I go to pick it up.
All right. When you like reach out your hand, it like jumps from the branch onto your like arm and like crawls up your, or, you know, dashes up your arm onto your shoulder.
I'm going to fly into the air with it.
All right.
How does it react?
It just kind of like hangs on. It like sort of kind of tries to burrow into your clothes a little bit. Find a
Or
little
is
then
it tries to
I-
burrow into his arm?
no.
I do like a dive bomb fall, and then like even out before we hit the ground.
It doesn't really. It like squeaks a little bit. It goes like, but it doesn't. It doesn't like. It doesn't jump off you.
All right, I
It's
join
like
the
enhanced
party again.
interrogation.
All right, and it will like find a little like pocket or something that it can stay in, and it'll just chill there.
Alrighty, I have a chipmunk.
You have a chipmunk. Anyway, so it is in
Are you actually a druid?
I don't think many druids would act like that.
I don't think many chipmunks would act like that.
I feel like I probably wouldn't know what a druid is.
Yeah, that's fair.
To be honest, I don't
like-
know if the word druid is like normal in lore,
Like-
even in like Forgotten
what-
Realms.
Whatever you might say to get that across to me,
Yeah.
I have probably not heard of these people.
The magical tree humpers.
Didn't we call the one
Yeah,
guy
we
a
did.
druid though?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Terminology doesn't matter too much. You guys get the idea,
I
like
mean,
what
you,
it is. Yeah.
you can call them whatever you want. Doesn't mean I understood it.
It's kind of weird because, like, let's say somebody's a barbarian. You're not gonna call them a barbarian unless they're like actual, like, a tribal barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. But you guys can get the idea across and stuff, so no problem. But yeah,
So
I
I,
feel like
suppose druid
druid
is
is
an actual
more-
used name, though.
yeah.
I feel like that's like an actual use name, yeah. Like
Yeah.
you would use for like a paladin.
Whereas,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
something like
fighter and barbarian aren't necessarily going to be as
that. Yeah.
easy to just use as an explanation.
So,
I think
So,
wizard and sorcerer and warlock are fine.
yeah.
Yeah, but even then, like, they might call themselves
Anyways.
something completely.
Yeah. So
Not to
so do you
mention-
guys do any of you guys
The
like?
layman probably can't tell the difference.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So do you guys like question this anymore? Or just kind of let whatever.
Do you always let wild animals climb into your clothes?
Well, it was staring at us. I asked it what it
And
knew.
You didn't find that odd?
I did. That's why I asked it what it knew. It didn't respond.
As squirrels often do when you're talking to them.
Yes. It was expected that the squirrel or the chipmunk would not respond. But you never know. You gotta try.
How do we not know it? Would I know that there could be?
Evil chipmunks.
Well, no, because
No.
what's a
I know where
Green-
you're going with this. I think that's a
Greenbelt
reasonable-
dude?
I think that's a reasonable thing to suspect.
no, I agree. No.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
is-
was
Look,
because
look, you're
Greenbelt
gonna-
dude was talking out loud
you're gonna
about.
sit here and question me about a little woodland creature when she.
How do you know it's a girl?
She pointing at Anna.
Okay.
Has a fucking kobold.
That's a good point.
You fucking pieces of shit.
I believe the point he may be trying to make is Elwyn had a magical owl that listened to her every command.
Elwyn
not
was
the-
your dead friend, correct?
Unfortunately,
We don't know for sure that she's. But the
I pulled the chipmunk out and say, "Are you saying this is Elowin?"
What?
no, you didn't.
It looks very confused, by the way.
I'm
I
saying
mean, as Elwyn
that
would react.
it could be a conjuration of one of these wizards, or one of these Sclerovrac people.
I hold it up to Nox because she seems knowledgeable, and I say, "Well, can you figure it out then?"
Unfortunately, I'm no wizard.
Well, we might as well bring it to one then.
Poetry's gonna make us kill a fucking squirrel. You got us torn on squirrels.
Anna's gonna walk up to the chipmunk. Chipmunk, if you understand common, jump into my hand. I hold my hand out.
holding it.
If you hold out your hand, it'll jump in your hand. Yeah.
Well, assuming that isn't a coincidence, I don't know many
assume it's a
animals that
coincidence.
I'll stick
You see
out.
that man over there? If he looks like a fuckboy, nod your head.
Wait, which one? Who do you point at?
I'm pointing at
Miles.
Miles.
All right. He just it like before, it cocks its head confused. It hears you talking, but it doesn't look like it understands or is no. It doesn't nod. That's for sure. It doesn't shake either. So.
I can't seem to decide.
Can I have my chipmunk back?
I just hold my hand out towards you.
It jumps it jumps the couple feet gap into onto your shirt or whatever, your tunic, and then burrows in somewhere.
Well, with that settled,
I mean, it's not really settled, but same with. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Just like we keep an eye on him, and I point at Kobold.
Then I'm a lot more intelligent than that thing.
I could make an argument against that.
I'm going to pull the chipmunk out, and I'm going to try to signal very intently to follow my exact actions.
Okay. Let me guess. You're gonna.
And
Are you
spit?
gonna teach it kung fu
I'm-
moves?
Are you gonna
I'm
spit?
going to teach it to spit on the kobold.
So you go over and spit like while you're holding the chipmunk where you
I
can
don't
see
know
it.
if you want me to like roll nature or
Can
something,
chipmunks
or,
even
or
spit?
animal handling.
I
I
assume
mean-
chipmunk can spit.
Maybe
I
it's
guess,
got some nuts in its cheek pouches that it can shoot out.
I guess try to roll animal handling if you'd like. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll animal handling to
Wow.
instantly teach the chipmunk a trick.
It looks very confused. It just kind of like looks at you for a second, looks at what
I
you
was
just
hoping it was gonna
did,
spit on him.
and then it just goes into your shirt again, and like it curls up, and you can feel it curl up in a ball in like a pocket or a crevice.
One day.
Anyways, alright. I mean, so unless anyone says anything else, you guys can continue on the path. The path to glory. So,
Does the chipmunk get a portion of our reward money?
What
Yeah,
kind
I'll
of
hold on to
question
that.
is that?
so the
It's called sarcasm. Don't worry.
so you guys most of that you guys finish eating and you hit the road. Maybe you're still chatting about this chipmunk. But yeah, so and so you guys like I said, you have found this area where there seems to be like these streams. You're starting to come up on some different little streams that seem to be feeding into like other streams, and that are going down to the west in general. But as you guys are going further south, then you start to see more and more rapids that are almost waterfalls, like big, like 10, 15, 20 foot rapids but they're certainly not waterfalls. It's not like straight down and stuff. But but eventually you find one river or one little stream. This is like, it takes you a good while because you're sort of like having to go around lots of these rivers, or try to find ways over and stuff, hopping from rocks to rocks to get over rivers. So it takes some time, and it's mountainous. But eventually you guys find one stream that looks like that seems pretty big, and you can kind of hear what sounds like roaring water from upstream.
Well, I suppose we should head that way.
All right. So yeah, and I'm assuming Kass is flying overhead, like, so you'll be able to figure out pretty quickly what's up there.
As I do.
Yeah. So Kass is flying overhead, and you guys start walking, start hiking up alongside this stream, and after maybe another hour, it's like maybe mid-afternoon now, or a little after, maybe like 3 or 4 p.m. I don't know, a few hours after, 3 or 4 hours after you stopped for lunch, and you do see what looks to be some waterfall up ahead, sort of at the end of this like valley that you're in. It's not a huge waterfall, but it's a good like maybe like 40 feet, foot drop, and it's a pretty like thick waterfall with 2 C's. It's a pretty like heavy torrent, like downpour. That's why, I mean, it's a decently big stream, and so Kass, you see this, and the group is approaching it fairly rapidly.
Alrighty.
Right, and
I assume I don't have to let them know that what they hear is a waterfall.
yeah. I mean, you guys can assume that you're coming up on it. But yeah, so after a and there's a pool there at the bottom, like a little pond, sort of like you see with waterfalls a lot of time. And so the group comes up, and you come up like over this rise, and you see that you're in this sort of like this little area here where there's a this pool in front of you guys, this pond, and a rocky shore that leads around to where the waterfall is, and you can't see like anything behind the waterfall, so there might be some in there, but you don't know. It's a pretty, like I said, thick downfall, and it's pretty noisy too,
Is there any space behind the waterfall?
So you're gonna go over and like poke your head
Yeah,
through
to the side of it and try and
Oh yeah, I got
see
it.
if there's
Walk around,
space behind it.
investigate.
All right, yeah. So you walk around, and you start walking around like the shoreline and stuff, staying on land, and you can see that actually on the right side, leading up along like the cliffside to it, there's actually what appears to be a little like the cliffside. There's actually a little it almost looks like a little pathway or something. In other words, it looks like there's a way that leads directly into the waterfall, and then behind it, from the side, that looks like you can kind of see where that rocky sort of shelf sort of meets the more like gravelly ground. You can see that it looks like this used to be it's some sort of path, and to some extent, it doesn't look like there's you don't see. It's kind of hard to tell if there's been any footsteps recently or anything, but it certainly looks like this is a path that has been used.
That would appear to be where we're meant to go.
Onward.
Yeah.
All right. And Grizzles is like, he's like, I don't like water though.
We're not asking you to get in the water.
But what if there's water in there?
Well, you can just
Drown?
wait for us if you really want to.
You know what? Forget it. It's fine. Okay. All right. So you guys go ahead and start walking along the little like ledge here. That's what I was
Except for
looking
Kass.
I'm assuming Kass does Kass like fly right through the waterfall without looking
Do
first?
some immediate.
I hope not.
Please do.
Or does
You're
Kass-
all, you train under waterfalls, don't you?
or does Kass come down now?
I mean, I hope he doesn't fly through the waterfall.
I'm definitely not flying through the
Yeah, it
waterfall,
seems
but you know.
Especially because it's
Might be a
pretty
rock.
much winter, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually the water, if you guys like maybe dipped your toes in, it's very cold. Very cold water.
I'm wearing shoes, so I ain't dipping nothing.
Yeah. So
If anything, we'll dip the cobalt.
so we'll assume that you guys use your normal marching order with Ulf in first up front.
Of course.
And actually
I'll be right up front next to him.
that's right, I forgot. We actually forgot to mention that at the beginning or near the beginning. Miles for the marching order, we had talked about this, me and Drake, but Miles is the he's like the hunter. He wants to be at the front helping track down
He's
stuff,
of course protecting all of us, so he's gonna
of
be in the
course.
front.
So
My
they're
hero.
so we're gonna consider that
He
Ulf
is-
and
I did say we need protection.
yeah. So Ulf and Miles are together at the front, like side by side.
And I
Knox
imagine
behind
the
them,
kobold's
and,
going to
yeah.
come up in the back, as was before.
Yep.
Although it might actually matter now.
Alright. And so anyway, so Ulf and Miles, so you guys start leading the way along this shelf, this ledge here, and it's pretty slippery, like the water, there's a lot of water, mist and stuff like hitting it. But you sort of like you just walk steadily along, and as you get closer to like where the waterfall is, you're gonna have to pass through like sort of behind it, but you're still gonna get hit by it a little bit. But you go through, and you find yourself on the other side. There appears to be like a little entrance area, like a little this ledge continues, and then there is an entrance to what appears to be some tunnel that goes straight back behind the waterfall.
Well, the
Yeah.
rapier's gonna come out and start glowing.
Yeah. However, it's you see that at the entrance of this tunnel there is actually what appears to be like a stone archway built around it, or like built into it, I guess. Above that there is lettering. There's a engraving that is in common, and it says, hold on one second, I gotta find it. This is not the right document. It says, it says, only worshippers of Larima may enter freely.
Who?
Larima, the goddess of water.
Well, I'm gonna guess that's a religion check, unless she's extremely well known.
She's the goddess of water in general, so yeah, she's well known. She doesn't.
yeah.
I guess the one thing I will say though is, if you want to like try to fit, like if you want to try to remember any information about,
You want to put the spelling in chat, by the way?
yeah. If you wanted to, if any of you, I guess like really it would just be Kass that might know about like if there's any monasteries of Larima or whatever, or anything like that. I don't know, but
Yeah, I would only probably know.
Alright, you want me
I'm
to-
assuming there's probably a temple. To
I would
her
roll
in the
a
capital.
religion check.
I definitely don't know anything.
Yeah. So Kass does Kass remembers that that's like there aren't really many monasteries to Larima. There's not, it's not super common to find monasteries to the goddess of water. And even temples aren't too common, and especially like normally not inland. I mean, there's some like on rivers and stuff, but not Larima is not actually super common to find stuff dedicated to. In general, like at least from Kass's experience, and Kass certainly doesn't know of any monasteries. Is pretty certain that there aren't any monasteries in this area.
So presumably she's well known. Like people probably play
Yeah.
lip service to her if they're going sailing or something. But other than that, just kind of.
You guys would all know the name. You don't have to roll for that. You would know that that Larima is the goddess of water. You just might not know like the other stuff. So, anyway, so yeah. So it says only worshippers of Larima may enter freely.
Well, this is odd.
What does this entrance look like? Is there like a basin or anything nearby?
No, it just looks to be like an archway. It's pretty dampened, it looks like, because there's
I'm
water
going
splashing over
to
it.
take a gold coin out of my coin purse, throw it at the door, and then try to open it.
Oh, there's not a door, it's just an archway. It's like, it's open.
All right, then I'm gonna throw the coin through the archway, and then I'm gonna walk through it.
Yeah, nothing happens to the coin, nothing happens to
Are
you.
there any footsteps?
Do you
in
hit
the
a
ground?
wall?
Or footprints?
I mean, so it's like mostly like rock, you know, it's like still rock. But I don't know. Do you want to make like I guess like a survival check to see if you see any like signs of anything?
Check for
passing
disturbed
through?
slime on the ground
Or I
or
guess
something.
I guess perception might be better in this case because it's not necessarily like tracking. It's what do you think?
It would be perception to find the tracks, and then survival to follow them if there are any.
Oh yeah, roll me perception
at
check.
least
I
how
think
I
that works
roll it.
better. All right.
No.
You don't really see anything that looks like, you know, unnormal. There's rocks around and stuff, but that's about it. All right.
Well, I will follow our brave protector into
Yeah.
All right.
the
Sounds
weapon
good.
and shield drawn.
At this point, I am going to summon a reskinned longsword.
All right. Reskin longsword. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
All right. So yeah. So you do that. And
As we walk in, I'm probably going to glance at Grizzles whenever we walk past the coin on the ground.
yeah.
Since I'm assuming he's gonna grab that.
Yeah, he'll grab it up, certainly, if no one else does. But also, like, do you guys have any torches you want to use or anything? Because it is dark in here.
But I don't need a torch.
I got my, like I
I don't
said, I
think
got my
so,
rapier
but,
with
yeah,
light on.
we-
Oh
That's
yeah,
light.
you got
dark.
okay. Yeah, you got the light. Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, so that's fine. So yeah, so you guys go in this tunnel, and yeah, so it's just it's sort of like a lot of the other tunnels you've been in the mountains in this area, like in those other places you've been, sort of just like a winding tunnel, nothing too harsh, but not too gentle either. It's certainly not like a straight corridor. It looks like it's a pretty natural tunnel. Some parts look like they've been worked on, like hewn out. And there are a couple like areas where it opens up into these like smaller caverns and stuff. But nothing. It doesn't look like there's any pathways branching off. And
So none of the rooms are like off of the path. It's just occasionally it gets wider.
yeah. It like opens up into tiny little caverns that might have like stalactites.
Out of
and stuff.
curiosity, did Nox use her Morningstar that's on her hip, or did she summon a weapon?
Oh, so last night she had just a shield, and then this morning she had a morning star.
I wouldn't have noticed that.
So
Yeah.
out of character, her flail that she had got taken, and she never got back.
Rip.
Yeah.
Alright.
I only had enough time to grab my swords and.
To be honest, I
Kass's spear.
never even remembered that you had a real weapon.
Yeah. I remember. But anyway, so yeah. So you guys are going along, and after maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes, not too long, just walking through here, you guys start to hear what sounds like faint cries. Faint cries. It's like but it's very faint.
Like, you say cries.
Humanoid cries?
Yeah, certainly sounds humanoid. It's like no,
Like,
Kobold cries?
crying like a baby crying.
no, it doesn't sound. It doesn't.
Like
It's,
yelling,
yeah, like
distressed shouting.
yes, panicked. Even
Okay.
yeah.
I suppose Ulf would pull out his sword and board and
Yeah, and it's
Start
very faint right now. like I
heading
said.
towards that direction.
Yeah, it's straightforward the way you guys were going. It's like it's almost like it's so faint that it's like at first you guys think you're imagining it, but then you get you keep going a little bit, and now it's like, oh yeah, we definitely hear that, but it's still faint. And,
Anna mumbles, I don't think they worship Larima.
and and you guys and yeah, so you guys hear this and you start getting closer, and so you start to hear it, and definitely as you guys get closer and closer, it definitely sounds like someone is distressed. so eventually though, you come up to there's a fork of the road actually, and after listening for a sec, you determine that it's coming from one of the directions to the left, and to the right you don't hear anything.
It's a good thing mine and Jack's character or new character isn't here.
So
what?
One of the character quirks of we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
So what do you
So which way is the shouting coming from?
From the left.
To the left.
Yeah.
Should we figure out what's happening down that direction, pointing to the left?
We may as well.
All right. And
if they're hostile, we should figure out what's trying to kill them, and if they're friendly, we should probably help them.
And if they're neither, well, not a problem.
All right, sounds good. So you guys go down this way, and yeah, now you hear it getting really close. And it sounds like you just don't have to roll anything. It's like it's not trying to be hidden or anything. Quite the opposite. You hear this better, and it sounds almost like a it's definitely like not a goblin, not a kobold or anything like that. You can tell that pretty easily. It's some sort of humanoid, whether that be human, halfling, elf, who knows. But it's
so there's no words to clue us in.
No, it's just actually, well, so maybe occasionally they'll say like stop,
In common.
Yeah, in common. Mm-hmm. So
goddamn commoners.
Yeah. So so anyway, so then as you guys get really close, it starts to sound like it's right around the corner. You come to a point where it's like you see light flickering from around the next corner. You can see like shadows starting to be cast every which way. So you think it's probably around like the next corner somewhere.
And we haven't heard anything other than the yelling.
At this point, you might hear like some like low like humming. And
Dox whispers to Anna that she should turn her light off.
I'll just sheath it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Did anyone else have light out?
No.
Alright.
I think the rest of us can see in the dark. Actually, no.
Kass cannot.
Kass can't. But you have flickering light ahead.
I mean, at any point that I feel like I need to see in the dark, I have the ability.
He can cast dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably, considering how things are going, look into that.
I guess.
And so I guess the way to describe it is that it looks like there's a sharp curve or something like almost like an S that in the tunnel because it's like long shadows being cast. You can kind of see it's like it just looks like some humanoid figure casting a shadow or something. You can't really tell, but it looks like there's a sharp curve, and then right around that will probably be whatever it is.
Is the humanoid figure upright?
From the shadow, it looks like they're standing and they're like moving.
Kass, you're fairly ski. Do you want to take a look?
Sure.
Okay. And I suppose.
And there is like a low amount of light. You said, yeah.
Yeah. There's shadows being cast from some light source, and it's flickering in a way that would make you think it's a natural light source, like a flame or something.
Okay.
Do you want to then try to peek around stealthily?
Yeah, I would like to attempt to hide before I like hide around the corner or something down some path before I go.
Yeah, you're just gonna make a stealth check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's what I'm trying to say. Is I'm not trying to stealth check out into the open like we have done in the past.
No, I know.
So you're just trying to peek the beak around the corner as little as possible to see?
I'm not trying to peek the beak yet.
He's just at the corner.
Yes.
Yeah, you're able to get to the corner, no problem. You don't have to roll for that.
Yes, but that's when I would like to stealth check. Okay.
Ooh, that's rough.
So this is when you're peeking your head around the corner, right?
No,
Those fucking
this is before
damn...
I peek around
What
the corner.
I don't get that though. Like, what is the stealth roll actually for then? Like, what are you trying to do? Stealthily.
It's sort of like part of my mechanics that I have.
Yeah, I want you to explain it to me because I don't get it.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you can do something if you're currently hidden.
Yes.
Well, I think the
that-
thing is, you don't have to stealth check currently
Would
to
it
be
Yeah,
hidden.
to be hidden.
Already be hidden?
So
Oh, okay.
you're
So
you're
then I
hidden
would not
until
have to stealth
you.
Are seen.
Until there's
Yeah, like, you
potential
don't
for him
have
to be
to-
seen. Yeah.
Seen or heard or smelled or whatever senses the whatever
Okay.
has.
Let's see.
So I would like to go hidden mode, and then
Crouch down behind the.
I can
Counter.
move up to 10 feet in the open without revealing myself.
Yeah,
If I don't, and the movement in a position where you are not.
yeah. Basically,
clearly
you can
visible.
peek around the corner.
So you're going to walk 5 feet out. Oh hey, walk 5 feet back.
Yeah, no, yeah. So you
Yes.
can actually, yeah, that basically works. So you can peek around the corner. That makes sense. All right.
Okay.
I,
It's just weird when mechanics kind of work that way and don't just like blatantly say that you can do something.
So
Yeah.
So basically, it's a free corner check.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you corner check,
Yeah.
and that makes sense. All right. So yeah, I will. I am gonna go ahead and map drop you guys, not because
Why
combat.
did
is
we
starting,
let Ulf
but-
go around the corner that other time?
We did
That's-
let him.
that's a really
He
good
said
question.
He just did it.
Yes.
So
Yes,
I'm gonna
this
drop
is
you guys in,
100% true.
and I'm gonna drop you in
Like
a
he
spot-
did what you're doing, but he just like, hey,
Yeah,
No,
I'm
he
gonna
just hit his head, though.
I'm gonna drop you in a spot where you can all see it, just because I'm assuming Kass would go back and relay information, right?
Sure.
So I don't mind too much.
unless you just for whatever reason chose to like keep going out there.
No, yeah, so
just keep going.
no,
You see,
so
you take
I
a
will,
step and just start walking away. Like
No, so yeah, I'll just put you guys all down in, and then I'll put you back to where you would be starting actually, if you want to run in there or whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna drop you guys in though, so you can all see what is happening.
Can I
Hold on one
can
second.
I lay on the ground, move stealthily prone on the ground, and then yokai drone to the ceiling?
Yeah. So this is what you see. I think. Oh, I gotta drop out of, and I'll describe to what you're actually seeing, because it's not, as always, it's
There's
not
a bunch
complete.
of monkeys.
Well,
A bunch of red monkeys.
I have to clarify what's going on. All right. So, hold on, let me get the stream.
What?
there's a bunch of red monkeys playing pinata with a dude that's sleeping on the ground.
All right. So I have
With a
to
dagger.
clarify.
Who
So
also has a dagger?
I cannot see.
oh, okay. Yeah, I
And
gotta
is
give you vision.
using-
Hold on.
Is
New
using
character.
2 different bedrolls instead of laying.
No,
on
no,
them?
he
I
doesn't-
think what we're looking at is his bedroll.
He's not-
is partially rolled out. He's sleeping on it.
He's
but then
not
he has
in a
his
bedroll.
bag under his leg,
Hold on.
and then he has his cloak over top of him.
He's not
holding a
actually in a
dagger.
bedroll. That's the best thing I could find. One second.
Also,
I-
he took his boots off.
What's your
Also takes up almost 10 feet of space.
Hey Drager, what's your? Do you have dark vision, right?
Yeah, I have special dark vision.
He's the same as me.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
120 feet, right?
Yeah.
Our kobold boy is.
Holy shit! This boy is 7.5 feet tall.
Do you
I can say now.
you can see now, and your bar should also be there. And then let me save that for you so that it will not go away next time. There you
This
go.
boy on the ground's an absolute unit.
So so let me describe to you actually what's going on. So first off, the dude there is a halfling. He is not actually though on a he's not actually on a bedroll. In fact, he is actually, it is a halfling, like a young looking halfling fellow who is he is like pinned to the ground. He has like some stuff like just rocks and stuff that are holding his arms and legs out, so he's sort of just like pinned to the ground. There's the fire there behind him, and there are these things which I'll describe in a second that are sort of like dancing in place and like going and like humming and stuff. I don't know. They're just kind
They're
of
coming.
What?
I
That's what I
definitely
heard.
coming.
no, they're humming. They're humming. So they're
This is just
like
Bukkake.
like a low buzz.
I definitely heard coming.
Oh god, I thought they were
Yeah.
holding sticks.
No,
I
they
all
are.
heard coming.
They so actually and that's the other thing. So I'm going to describe them now. This one in the back is a little different, by the way, but so they look each. So if you like zoom in on one, I don't know. Can you really see?
Yeah,
it?
they look like monkeys.
They're fire monkeys.
Yeah, so they do have like those red like lines in them. They're actually not monkeys. They kind of look like monkeys from above. They actually look like goblins, but they're not like any
Yeah, the
goblins.
face definitely does.
But they're not like goblins you guys have ever seen before. They have, first off, they have like reddish skin all over their body from head to toe.
Upon further inspection, they're goblins wearing red bodysuits.
Yeah, no, they have reddish skin. They actually, all of them only have just like a simple loincloth on and nothing else. They are holding weapons, but they're not like swords or scimitars or anything. They look to be like almost like just like scrap pieces of metal, like rods of iron and stuff that are just good enough to be called weapons. They look like they are sort of like they're primitive made sort of substitutes. They certainly look
So,
like they're being brandished
clubs,
and waved around.
basically.
They look like
So,
they're
club,
they're sharpened in some way to resemble swords, but they're not crafted in any professional manner. However, the one in the back here, he is a special one. He is actually he actually has a spear, a normal sized spear that he is waving around. That actually looks. It doesn't look rusted or corroded or in bad quality. In fact, it looks like a really nice spear that he's waving around. And like as Kass, as you're looking at this scene, you see that they're all. He seems to be the leader. He's like he points the spear at some of the other ones, and they might like hop around to a different angle or something. And they're just sort of like dancing, like humming along and stuff. And meanwhile, the cries are coming from the halfling. If that wasn't obvious, that he's sort of like crying out and like looking around, panicked. And yeah, so I guess the last thing. So these goblin things, whatever they are, they look like. So they have like red skin, like I said, and they have like weird. They're a little bit bigger than normal goblins as well. They don't look. They are not as big as like an orc or a human even, but they are quite a bit bigger than a normal goblin. A little bulkier, but they also just kind of have a weird. They also just kind of have a weird
monkey-like appearance.
no, like a weird physique in that they have a lot of parts of them seem just kind of like weirdly proportioned. Their arms, like their upper arms, are like might be like bulbous, like how the almost like look inflated on one, and then another limb will be like weaker. They just look like unsettling. Beyond that, if you zoom in really close, you can see that they have like red lines on them that are actually like veins. They are veins that are popping, like literally popping out of the skin. That's how big and like throbbing these veins are, going all over their skin, onto their faces and stuff. They are vile looking creatures. Like just, they just do not, like these weird veins popping out of their skin, where there's these like weird disproportionate muscles and stuff. And they are, again, like humming, doing a low chant in sort of like, probably Goblin, as none of you know Goblin, I don't think, but you'd probably be able to recognize that it's like probably Goblin.
Let's see.
And yeah, but anyways,
We honestly should probably get a list of like what the party knows altogether.
but yeah, well, so yeah, it's fine for now, but
We still know Draconic is the party overall.
well, we had
We lost. We lost one that knew it, but
yeah. So anyway, so the so with that being said, you guys, so Kass, you see this? I'm assuming you go back and like tell the group.
Yeah.
Do you want me to describe anything else in particular for you?
Yeah, I would definitely check the height of everything.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, in the center of the room, maybe is like 30 feet. It's not a super tall cavern, but it's up there enough in the middle.
Okay.
Majority of it. So yeah, so anyways, I was gonna start you guys like around the corner back here,
I was gonna say we're
and
I'd
definitely-
probably be over here somewhere.
Yeah, and you guys, the rest of you would honestly probably be a little further back because otherwise you'd be getting close. But Kass is like looking. Kass was peeking around the corner here, and anyways, you guys can just start here for whenever you make your entrance because I'm assuming you're gonna have a plan. So, but it's up. The stage is up to you guys. What are you guys gonna plan? I'm assuming you talk in a hushed whisper.
So we just go in, right?
Well, we should probably save him.
I want to hear how Kass describes these things. I'm assuming you're gonna basically call them really ugly-looking goblins.
Well, I would describe them as red monkeys
Holding
sharp
metal.
sharp metal.
Yeah, sharpened metal.
Wait, that's actually Cass. It's not you being goofy.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand where Kass comes from.
Oh, you're gonna love this. I have mine
It's a
split
cultural
up.
difference. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, lovely.
You're the reason that Roll20 does not implement nice things.
So you describe the situation roughly? Like, I don't know.
You and Dreg. Actually.
I have my
I've
armor
seen his
and my
character
weapons
sheets.
split, but my languages aren't split.
Oh, you want to see my weapons?
I've seen his character sheets.
Yeah, it is called Woodland Speak. I told Drake that, but he refused to change it.
It's Sylvan.
Oh wow, wowie. Anyways,
I mean, we are far enough
fuck
back
both of you.
in time.
Put it all in one thing.
I told you. I had to call him out.
all right.
I
So,
wasn't gonna let
wait
Craig
for this.
sit here
Wait for
alone
this.
when
No.
when Dreg was sitting here with his
So-
stupid ass shit.
So you guys, well, so yeah, so let's see. What do you guys end up?
I'm
So
gonna
Cass,
murder your
Cass
characters.
describes the situation roughly. What do you guys?
What?
What? Settle down.
What the fuck?
You okay, bud?
What? I'm just rolling damage. just kidding.
Well, we should probably go
I
in
mean,
and save
this-
him.
that-
Oh, are
This is
you
a
are you
Final
rolling
Fantasy game now.
our loot
What
for
the
this encounter?
fuck is going on here?
What are you?
Oh my
Stop.
God.
Stop.
That's enough.
Stop.
Oh fuck. I'm just gonna look at Nox and I'm assuming I put two and two together that the black hell is coming from you at this point.
That's a safe assumption.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to assume that I'm going to support everyone, and you're going to plunge them into hell. I don't know exactly what you do in that darkness, but
It seemed to work so far.
If we really wanted to, we could darkness it up, and then you grab the boy, and we go.
Possibly, but we want to explore the rest of this place. We probably shouldn't leave those things alive.
By
Did
the
I
way-
see any visible entrances anywhere else?
There were no
I forgot
other.
about
Now
that.
that you can see now.
So
Okay.
Cats.
You
on this
fucking-
side, anyway, it's the dead end.
Mhm.
You
I
want
remember
to
in the
get
prison.
the halfling. I can deal with the red monkeys.
You
said-
Cass would know
They're
that they're
red
goblins.
goblins.
Yeah, they're
The
red
red
goblins.
veiny monkey goblins, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, red veiny monkey goblins.
Yes, I can deal with those.
All by yourself, are you sure?
I mean, you said you were going to plunge them into darkness. They shouldn't put up much of a fight.
I say sarcastically, he is our protector.
Well, then our goal
suppose.
should be protecting the innocent, and we'll let him handle the combat.
The black hell. It's moving.
Oh, well, I hadn't cast it. I
Yeah.
suppose I can. Yeah. Sure, I'll cast darkness on my shield.
All right.
Well, okay.
And
And some-
We're technically in like normal darkness. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I don't imagine the
The people that can't
Fire
see
one
darkness
is-
don't see anything different.
Yeah.
yeah. Until you start encroaching upon their dark vision range, it wouldn't seem weird.
yeah.
The shadow will just like slowly lurk in from the tunnel.
Yeah, that's actually what I want to know. Is like, how are you gonna initiate?
Actually,
I don't have any.
what I'm gonna do instead is run around the corner and then cast darkness on top of them.
Right? Like on the fire, on the halfling, or his
Yeah.
rock there. Yeah.
If you say that you're going to cast it over there, I will say, I guess I will attack before I completely lose vision. Then.
Well, even if I was standing on top of them, you wouldn't see them.
But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna swear at one of them before I can't see them.
Yeah, we can figure out.
Assuming
like,
it's in range.
Yeah, you guys can
Gonna
figure
have
out
to
an
roll
order
it.
of stuff to
Definitely
do.
in
So,
range.
like if you guys want, you can like say that you guys all try to do ranged, and then Nox cast that, and that is when normal initiatives roll
Yeah, I
because
don't
you'll have
a bow
surprise.
anymore, so I'm gonna have to.
I
swear
don't
these
have
boys.
range.
Well, I mean that's fine, but some other people do. So
I also don't have range. Those
Alright,
weapons
so
are stripped of me.
I'm gonna want to be
It's true.
there so I can reach the
I have
special
a range,
boy.
just
Yeah.
not right
the
now.
way I'm gonna say it is because since you we're hidden and got to peek around the corner, then you're gonna have like a free round, a surprise round or whatever. And
Alright. Well, I am going to
then-
give words of encouragement to the kobold and Kass, since I believe they are the squishiest.
I'm on par
Overall.
with basically everybody else.
Like, admittedly,
I guess it's just.
I
guess it's
don't
just
I don't
not
know the specifics of HP and AC.
Yeah.
Who would I think
Yeah.
needs heroism the most?
The one with
Obviously,
no
the
armor.
kobold.
that's pretty fair.
All right.
I mean, I am
well,
just walking
who's-
around in monk clothing, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is so
I
safe.
probably assume you need it.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna give you and the kobold encouragement, aka heroism.
Oops.
Hold on one second. Yeah. Well, so like, hold on. Let me write.
Let's see if I can. Do I want to upcast it? Here. You wanted to? Yeah, I need to upcast cast too, so that'll be a second level slot gone there.
What? Well, actually, so the way we could do it is that I have seen, because we don't really, I don't know, surprise rounds are something that we haven't really done the official way because the official way is kind of weird. But
Well,
what
yeah,
we
you
could
you have to collectively stealth in, and none of them can notice you, and then you get a.
Yeah. Well, so
We
the
can
way
do
I'm
that, but you'll
gonna-
probably want to. What you should do if we do like group checks is do collective group success or fail. Like
Yeah.
if most of us succeed,
Yeah.
we all succeed for this kind of scenario.
So I think the way it will work for this is that we should have you guys roll initiative now, and then you will act like that for the first round, and then I'll roll initiative for the enemies after that once it's initiated. You know.
Oh yeah,
Still don't
that's how surprise rounds
Yeah,
work
yeah.
in general. You're still in the initiative. They
So,
just ignore their first round.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so the thing is though that
Yeah.
like Nox, so Nox going first is obviously bad. You could hold your action though, of course, and like do it.
Cannot.
You know,
No, I know what
specify.
I do.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. I'm just saying. So
Oh,
so don't.
Damn.
Ouch.
also hold on.
Hold on.
Okay, that's a 12 for Old Boy.
12. Okay. And he has a modifier, so he's gonna be ahead of.
No, that's with the modifier.
Yeah. So, but since he
Yes,
has a modifier,
10
he'll
plus
go-
the 2 from Dex.
Yeah. So he will go in front of Ulf. And-
Wow. Passed up by
Admittedly, I don't know what he's in character. I guess he can whip a dagger at him.
he will. Yeah, like in character, since I'm
He's
his mind
still cowardly, so
Yeah, yeah, just do what you think he would do, and if I personally think it's super against his character, then I might intervene. But otherwise, I'm fine with you role playing as him for combat at least.
like obviously if
So,
I was gonna metagame, I'd like make him run in and distract them or something.
Yeah, he might
Make
not want
him,
to do that.
I would
right
make
now.
him grovel, except the kobold like NPC doesn't have the grovel feature, whereas the PC with a proper sheet does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay, so
love that ability so much.
Anyway,
okay, let
we,
me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got all of you. Okay,
yeah.
so
Reflex, just note your temp HP.
so I guess we'll just start at the top of initiative. So Nox, what is Nox gonna do?
how much is it?
It's 4 now,
4?
I believe, around. Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, it's You touch imbued with bravery.
turn this
Kills
around.
villains. Immune to being frightened. And oh yeah, I forgot about it. Immune to being frightened. That's another thing that we have to remember. Gains temporary H points equal to spellcasting ability. So yeah, 4 now.
So we're killing these
Yeah,
guys. is
so
what the-
Nox runs to here.
Alright.
I have to check a range on something, sorry.
But yeah, if it wasn't obvious, I did the heroism before this
Yeah,
round.
I got you.
Yeah, so she runs to here. And Hex is the leader.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the one waving the spear around.
And then casts Eldritch Blast at him.
Nice. Alright. Jeez. Alright, yeah, that hits.
Okay. So he takes 1d8 force damage and
And he took 8.
one
Jeez. Oh,
and 1 necrotic damage.
so 9 total. Nice. Alright,
A
alright.
D10.
And then he's gonna have disadvantage on fuck, I don't care. Strength ability checks.
Alright. Sounds good.
It doesn't
The
really
worst
matter.
one.
Yeah, I mean, like it's the most combatable. It's
Yeah.
not a saving throw, so
Yeah, saving throws would definitely matter more.
yeah,
Yeah.
What you'd pick.
yeah, that's fine.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, so yeah, of course, as you might have guessed, he is still alive right now, but he got but yeah, so you come around the corner and
I'll
what?
drop back to here.
Alright, yeah.
Last
And
time I did
of course they aren't gonna get a go yet, but they see you now and they're like, ah, and they start like freaking out and yelling. You hear like their goblinoid cries start ringing out. And so yeah, you hit their leader though, waving this like really nice looking spear around. And that brings us to Miles.
I'm going here. I am going to take my thumb and draw it across the edge of my blade, and as I do so, lightning begins to sparkle along the blade, and then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at Big Boy.
Alright, sounds good. Uh-huh.
Oh, you creepy motherfuckers.
That does hit actually, yeah.
Wow.
Honestly.
I'm just over here fucking playing with my viol to do magic, and you're sitting here self-mutilating.
Alright, so you hit that guy with that blast, and he's still alive actually, but he's looking pretty bad right now actually. He's definitely looking hurt now.
Some pretty good description on how that round went, anyways.
So
got into the description.
so yeah, so
It's kind of cool.
so the kobold will go next.
Yeah, I think he's probably just gonna like, after some encouragement, probably just come up here and probably insult them. He likes insulting people.
Yeah, so he'll
And
like
then
yell.
prepare an attack if anything gets in melee range.
Alright, sounds good. And Ulf.
What's his insult, DM?
He probably, I'm assuming that kobolds and goblins have some sort of like insults they use against each other. In general, they probably don't like each other very much naturally. So I don't know. He probably insults their height or something, even though he's smaller. I think. Yeah, definitely. He's definitely smaller, but he insults their height.
Called him a bunch of shrimps or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ulf, what do you do?
I'm going to I'll go up to here
Alright.
and let's see.
Let me move what the stream can see a little bit.
That is okay.
The ring of power is gonna move to there.
Yeah, I'll just stay here. I guess it'll be.
Alright, are you
All
gonna
I
prepare
do-
an attack or anything?
Yeah, I'll prepare an attack if one gets in range
I'll smack him.
of me.
Okay.
So
Sounds good. Alright, and so Kass, what are you gonna do?
Alright, we're gonna do something like
the only one that could
this.
easily reach.
Probably like drop down right here.
Alright, yeah. So he comes swooping around the corner.
Yeah.
Alright, and
And then we're gonna attack the top one.
alright, sounds good. So you with your spear,
Mm-hmm.
or is it just a fake for the punches? It definitely
Tell
hits.
me.
It definitely hits. So, all right, sounds good. So yeah, so you bring in your spear and slash with the tip of it, across his chest,
Yeah.
but he is alive. And then you fist. That's the attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
It does not hit. It does not.
It does not.
Yeah. It does not hit. So that's rude, Alexis. Alright, so yeah, so that's what you do though. Is that all you do?
That's all I do.
Alright. Alright, sounds good. And Anna, is your turn, last but not least.
Yeah, I imagine even most of them are probably gonna have initiative once they get going. I move here, and I'm going to swear at Leader Boy and say that he looks like a rotten pile of entrails.
Wow. He honestly, by the way, looks like he doesn't even understand the insult too well, but understands it enough.
I think for it to work, I don't even know if they need to know a language.
Oh,
It might have to.
No,
know
yeah,
it,
yeah,
But they
but
definitely
he-
don't need to understand.
Yeah,
my
he
language.
understands. Yeah, and even if he understands a little bit of common, he's just not too
Yeah,
intelligent.
DC 14 wisdom save.
Yeah, DC
A whole 1
14.
damage. And
I mean, he's gonna get 1 damage no matter what. So,
he actually does pass it, so he only takes 1 damage.
'cause
well,
I
it's
think
it's
we
no
do
damage
in-
then.
Oh
It
wait,
takes
it
no
is.
damage. It's
Oh.
a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so never mind then. He takes. No
He would have
damage.
also had disadvantage on his first attack if it did, but I guess he just
Yep.
he's got an iron will.
All right, is that all you do?
Mhm.
All right, sounds good. All right, so I just rolled their initiatives. I actually did them in 2 separate groups, but they both rolled the same number. So so I just want you to know I did roll 2 different things, but
So
however,
you're saying when Kass gets
Screenshot
ganked
it.
by the entire group?
Or me.
Nox will go first again, as you might imagine.
Okay. Well, Nox is going to move, here and Eldritch Blast.
Same one.
Yep.
Alright. That does hit actually,
Okay, it takes 3 force damage and
and then the hex, right?
3 necrotic damage.
Yeah. He is still alive, but it looks like he's barely standing. Like he is staggering back, and the combat just started, and he's still startled and reeling, and he looks like he's almost about to go down.
I need to get a bow.
Yeah. So so yeah.
Yeah, you can't get cantrips, unfortunately.
So is that all you do on your turn?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good though. So he is still alive, but barely. Is pretty obvious. And now it is actually their turns. So let's see what they can get up to, baby. Let me see. Hold on 1 second.
Don't call me that.
I
A
have
cone
to
of fire. It's
But what if I
everyone.
want to call you?
hold on. I
I
gotta.
wasn't talking to you. I was talking to poetry.
Oh, okay. Hey, I just met you, and this is
no,
crazy.
let's not go there.
So here's my number.
I gotta figure out
So call me
exactly
maybe.
where all of them are gonna go. So first off, all right. So let's just. I'm gonna focus on what they do for movement first.
So I've got at least 4 within range.
Yeah. So this one in the
For
back is gonna move up to here, next to Nox. I'm just gonna move them all first. This one is gonna move up to here. You can take your attack because you did prepare that.
Yep. Let's see, where's it at?
All right, that definitely hits, and does 9 damage. Jeez. All right, and you take a swing at him and give him a good gash along the stomach. And like this blood just starts squirting out. You actually like hit one of those throbbing veins, and it just starts like spewing blood all over the place. Like it pops like a
kind of like a zit.
Yeah, like a big zit, and blood starts squirting everywhere, like getting all over you. It's disgusting. Yeah, like it just starts spraying on you. It's like it's terrible.
Does my armor start glowing too?
No, but yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention though. It does. Your sword does start shining. Not that there's a fire in here, but still, it's for cool effect. Your sword glows. And the other one's gonna come in here as well, and then let's see. The one in the back, the leader, he actually like yells out to this one, and this one is going to take a disengage bonus action, and then run over to Nox. However, the one next to Kass and the leader one are both going to like target Kass, and so now I'm gonna start doing the attacks.
Do I get
He disengaged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he bonus action disengaged. So
Gotta pick up Sentinel.
Just gonna fight all of these boys forever, I guess.
So like I said, they have like these sort of improvised weapons or whatever. These like sort of like roughly sword-esque pokey stick metal objects. However, the ones next to, so let's start with Ulf. The one next to you, Ulf. The two there, they both are going to lunge at you. However, they're not going to use those sharp objects they have. Instead, they're going to lunge at you as if to try to bite you. And you see when they do this, they have like fangs, like not just like they have like these teeth that look like they're meant to like bite into flesh. Unlike normal goblins, I don't know actually what normal goblin teeth look like, but certainly not like this. These things are like very clearly trying to like dig into your flesh with their teeth. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for this? Do it. All right.
We'll find out.
And so the first one and the second one. All right. So the first one, the one on the left, he dives at you. What's your AC?
18.
18. He, believe it or not, he does actually hit. He comes in and he manages to like, you're like swinging around and stuff. You just swung at him and hit him. But he comes in and grabs, he like latches onto your arm and digs in. His teeth like bite into you. And you feel, though, his teeth, like, when they bite into you, you feel your blood being drained from you. It, like, it starts sucking out your blood. You feel the blood leaving your body. Like, it's like a pretty good chunk of blood. You're,
God.
you're gonna
now we
take,
have to go find black soul gems.
You're gonna take eight piercing damage. No special types of damage. Yeah, that was a hard hit, actually. But and
at least you didn't take necrotic. That would have been worrying.
And when after he does this, he like steps back and you see him like lick his lips and like wipe his mouth, and then he lets out like a ferocious, almost like frenzied war cry. He's like,
okay.
And
I feel like
and he almost looks like he's like rejuvenated by this. Like he like starts prancing around energetically.
Confirmed they have lifesteal.
The other one, the other one tries to do the same thing, tries to lunge at you to grab you and bite you, but does not get even close. Alright, so let's go over to Nox. The same thing is going to happen there. What is your AC? And I'm writing these down now, don't
17.
worry. Good. 17. Alright, one of them does hit. The one on the left does hit. The one on the right doesn't. And again, this thing comes in and bites at you. It manages to latch onto you. This one only does 5 damage to you.
Okay.
And this thing, it like, again, it does also sort of like licks its lips afterwards. But but it doesn't do the same like prancing around thing that the other one had done. And he doesn't look as excited by it. And the other one next to him tries to do the same but misses pretty badly. All right, and then lastly, the two next to Kass. And what is your AC?
17.
17. Okay. And again, one of them hits, one of them does not. I'm rolling pretty well, actually. And the one on the left, the leader one, hits. And actually, he is also biting you, even though he has this spear. He was like waving it around to direct the other ones, it seemed like. That's what he's using it for. But all of them are trying to bite at you guys. That seems like their main thing that they're trying to do. And so only one of them... so yeah, the leader one manages to bite you. The other one doesn't. And he... Oh, that's the wrong button. Hold on. Oh my god. And you're going to take 9 damage.
Alright.
So 5.
I'll mark down 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of damage was it again?
Oh, a piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And you see him. You feel the blood leaving your body again. Like it's a quite a gross feeling.
What were you saying, Matt?
Yeah, what do you say, Matt?
What kind of damage was it when I got bit?
It's piercing damage. Like they're like piercing you with their teeth, and then like sucking out your blood.
Okay.
You don't have any resistances, I don't think.
I'm resistant to all disease.
No, it's not like a...
Well, a
hold
disease
on.
isn't a damage type either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
It's
yeah.
just a condition.
No, but it's
For
good to
some
check.
reason,
It's
I
good
was
to check.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the so that is what they do. And that's all of them. So now it's Miles' turn.
Whoa. Alright. I'm gonna go here.
Yeah.
I am going to do my Hexblade's Curse on this one.
All right.
Here's what that does. And then I'm going to hit it with my weapon.
All right.
13.
That does hit.
Alright, so he takes this damage, plus 2, so that's 9, plus 1 storm, so that's 10 damage.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Yeah, and he certainly looks like he's pretty weakened by this visibly, and he hadn't been hit before this, so yeah, he looks like he's definitely more in rough shape than he is in good shape. So, yeah. And that's. Are you gonna move it all after that, or?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. So it's Grizzle's turn. What do you think Grizzles would do? There's blood spewing everywhere. And...
Is this one wounded? Or anyone?
Which
Yeah,
one?
it is.
This one.
The
Yeah,
one.
yeah. He has been hit. Yeah.
Alright. I could see him trying to kill Steel.
Yeah, I think that's fair actually. He like swoop in on the side, not.
Hell, he gets to attack with advantage. On
Okay.
the sheet that I have, does it just automatically roll everything if I click this?
Sure.
It should. Yeah, it should. Well, it should roll. If you click it, it should roll a normal. Yeah, there it is. Okay, oh wait, can
Oh,
everyone
then-
can everyone see that?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's to
I
the
can change
sheet
that.
after,
He
like-
definitely hit though. He got a 19. Let me change that though.
So this is 2 rolls automatically, so you just pick which. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Oh god.
And then hold on one second.
The sheet's
never
moving on its own.
whisper. Alright, there you go. Try to roll it again just to see if it works. We'll take the 19 though, of course. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Either
but
way,
yeah.
it would have been fine.
And then just click the attack. Click attack on it, and it'll, there you go. We'll take the 7.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's the same roll.
I'm just gonna keep clicking it forever.
Yeah. Yeah, so Grizzles comes in and he goes like, ah, you know, like,
It's actually almost backstab.
yeah.
Madman.
And he comes in and slashes with the sword, and catches this thing on like its shoulder, which bursts another one of these like blood vessel bulges,
Squirting all over Ulf again.
and now more blood starts squirting all over Grizzles, who goes like, ah, gross, and
That's not meatwad.
yeah, and but all
He's
over all of
transforming
you guys.
into an actual proper character.
Yeah. so anyways, but it's not dead, but it looks like it's pretty hurt.
All right. I imagine he'll stand there because he understands that running away gets you smacked in the ass.
That's fair. Yep. All right. So in that case, it'll be Ulf now.
Okay. So I'm going to attack the one that bit me
Yep. Sounds good.
with my sword. So
Nice. Okay.
and then on top of that, I'm going to burn a spell slot
You
for my
do not need
bonus
to.
action. Okay.
I'm gonna spoil it for you, so you don't have to waste it.
Okay.
He had 6 points left, so so you
He
go.
was looking pretty dead.
So you overkill him. You want to describe it, or do you want me to describe it?
I would take my. I would probably come after. I would probably get. Let's see here. I would take the sword and just stab it through his mouth because he
Oh
bit me,
God! Yeah, fair enough.
and
yeah.
be like, "You want to chew on something?"
That's pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, so you take it, you you pull it back and like shove it down his throat, like straight back through the back of his mouth, and you guys, the rest of you, pretty much can see it like pop out the back of his neck, and he starts making a. It just makes like a gurgling noise, like as it sort of like falls to the ground, and you pull your blade out, and blood is still squirting out of those like parts that were popped on him though. So again, none of that has any effect, but it's getting everywhere. Like you're getting covered in blood. You just have to imagine yourself. Yeah. So anyways, so you kill that guy, yeah.
Yep.
Fix your shit, man.
It's not broken.
It is.
No, it's not. My fighting style gives me +2 attack to a +1 sword.
It's a +1 sword.
It
Yes.
is, yes.
It is a +1 sword. You can see that in the attack mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then Kass is next,
Still a
right?
cheater.
So does Ulf do anything else? Move, bonus action?
He'd probably move up 1.
Yeah.
So
Seems fair.
he's standing. Actually, no.
Alright.
No.
He'll stay in
He
his
stays
round.
there.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, so then in that case it will be Kass's turn, yeah. What does Kass do?
Ugh. Man, my strength score is like very low.
Wait, are you like grappled or something?
Oh no.
I
I
think he's
briefly
thinking of
thought about
grappling.
it. I briefly thought about it, and then realized, man, my strength score is really low. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway.
Alright,
I'm
on the
gonna
leader, I'm
try to-
assuming?
Yeah.
Just because you know it won't work doesn't mean your character knows that.
No, I'm gonna try to grapple the right one, the one
right
that I
one.
already hit.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah.
So it is a athletics contested by their athletics or acrobatics.
Yes.
Correct.
Alright, so they will
Good.
roll.
I don't think
Wow!
most monsters have any proficiencies.
They rolled a nat 1. So,
Oh,
so yeah,
let's go.
so you got
Go.
it.
They actually break their neck during
No.
the grapple.
So what do you so you grapple them and
So now his
Congratulations.
speed
They
is
can't
reduced
move.
to 0.
Yep,
That's all
you
that
can't-
happened.
And you can drag them
So
at half your
now-
movement speed.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move him into the fire.
Oh god!
that definitely works. I don't know how much damage that would do a turn. It's like a decent fire. I guess
Probably
like
a D6.
yeah, I'd probably D6 at the start of his turn, like when he starts in the fire, because that's how
Yeah.
most things that do that work. So yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, no. So I'll put him in the fire. I'm assuming like you're like next to him, like there still. I don't know.
Yeah, like
Right
with
there.
him.
Yeah, sounds good.
So
yeah,
you're just gonna hold him over and roast his ass?
yeah.
And
He'll.
then-
I'll roll that d6 at the start of his turn, and then he's gonna have to try to break out and then move to
You
get out of it. So
took the attack action, so yeah, you can still punch him.
if you're grappling, do you get like disadvantage? Well, either
No.
way, it hits either way.
He has to
anyway,
restrain. He has to restrain him for
So. Okay.
grapple action.
Yeah, I think it's that the grappled person can. I don't know. Yeah, but either way.
The only
you
thing
hit
that
him.
it does is that it obviously uses one of your hands.
on his next turn he can try to pin him, and then he would get advantage. So
Okay.
that's different.
Yeah, so it doesn't kill him, but he looks like he's in pretty bad shape, and he's like panicking, like he's moving his feet up, and I'm like except finding goblin, so but you can get the idea. he's not having a great time.
So he's doing the
Tor-
hot foot
he's-
dance and getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
He's getting his ass torched and kidney punched.
Yeah. All right, so Anna, what's your turn? What are you gonna do?
Question.
Mhm.
Because I'm gonna like go up here and insult Mr. Leader Boy again.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Because
to me.
it worked so well the first time. He seemed to really understand my wit.
Yeah. Okay, and he will roll a wisdom save.
That is 50% better than last time.
He rolled like a 3. 3. So.
All right, so he takes that as psychic damage,
Yeah.
and he has disadvantage on his first attack
Yep, he is not dead
this
though.
round.
But he's looking real bad again.
It's only a matter of time before I insult somebody to death.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So sounds good. All right. So Nox, it's back up to you. Top of initiative.
She's going to launch another Eldritch Blast out of her Morningstar. The big man.
All right. Sounds good. Unfortunately, wait. You don't have advantage. He just has a
No.
disadvantage, right? All right. So that does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
So unfortunately, no. That does barely misses him. Whistles right over his head. Do you do anything
All
else?
right, guys, just everyone miss so
No.
I can swear at him again.
All right, sounds good. So it is back to their turns, and we'll see how this goes. So first off, let's roll a Perplex. You want to roll the d6 for do the honors?
Yeah, man.
All right, sounds good.
Of course I do.
All right.
I don't want you to roll a nat 1 and me be upset because you're a cheater.
Yeah, he is dead. 100% dead as heck. So he just falls to the ground burning, or like.
Ah,
sorry,
man, he's still
yeah.
holding him. He's cooking him.
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
just,
this is my
We got
meal.
a
I don't
cobalt
have
to feed
rations.
here.
so he just starts.
I don't have rations, so this is my meal.
Oh,
I'm
God.
just preparing.
Like, have you
okay?
seen these things? You gotta cook them thoroughly.
So yeah, so I would say though, like one thing whatever the smell of burning blood in large amounts is, you smell that smell.
I mean,
in
that's
like-
probably
I mean-
the same thing as like cooking a steak or something.
that's
because
true.
It's like large amounts of blood
You know what?
that's
That's a good point. So, but yeah. So another thing though is that you see a couple of those veins. The heat like makes them like pop and burst everywhere.
Oh
so you're
god,
getting
it's like
sprayed with
cooking
blood
a
too.
blood sausage.
Yeah. So blood is just
Cooking a
squirting everywhere on you
blister.
two now. I'm pretty sure everyone in the group except like Anna is like pretty much covered in blood at this point. Maybe Nox is less so, but
I
still.
haven't been touched.
Yeah, I know, but they're like near you guys, spraying blood.
Whose
everywhere.
blood am I covered in?
The hemo.
Well, no, I think what he's trying to say is like anytime one of these things dies, anybody near it is like getting covered in blood.
Yeah, or gets hit in general.
I mean, I did chop off his head, so. Or
So
stab him
these
through
things
the
fountain
throat.
blood like fucking 5 feet every time you poke them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like
I
it.
haven't
that's-
attacked the one in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Has this one been hit?
Yes, I hit it.
Yeah.
In front of you? Yeah, so
How dare you?
So, anyways,
How dare
So-
you get blood on me?
so the
You savage.
guys should have blunt objects so you can just beat them to death without popping holes in
let's
them.
see. So that one dies, and then
I don't know,
the
I
rest
feel
of them
like
are
the
gonna
veins
go
might pop
though.
if you hit them hard.
So the
gotta miss.
the one next to Nox is gonna attack Nox. The other one next to Nox and Miles is gonna attack Miles, and the other one over there is gonna attack Ulf. They're just gonna attack the closest one, and most logical. And the leader one or whatever is going to attack Kass with disadvantage, of course. And there again, actually at this point, the one next to Kass is he's looking a little panicked. He's not gonna lunge at you to bite you as he did before. Instead, he is actually gonna use the spear he has.
Alrighty.
So
The very crude spear.
With
No,
The
this-
spear was not crude.
the spear is the only thing that it looks good. In
Oh.
fact, it looks like pristine. Like it's not rusted or.
Don't worry, guys. Poetry has to roll good twice.
But yeah, so he misses, as you might expect. He swings in, thrusts in with the spear, and does not hit. But as he's doing this, you do like a matrix maneuver, and you get a good look at the spear while it's going by, and it looks like a nicely crafted, like haft, or stick part, and then the end of it is like it looks really nice.
Get him to stab the boy you're holding so you can fucking roast him easier.
Yeah,
I-
spit.
you know-
You don't want to spit.
I was going to ask, but I felt like it was just too cheesy. If I was grappling somebody, could I hold them in front of anybody who would get an attack of opportunity?
I
Block the attack of opportunity.
I don't think so. Because you had to swing him around like as you're. No, I don't know. It wouldn't. I don't think it worked. So anyways,
Like-
so
like
he.
maybe they have disadvantage on their attack of opportunity. Or
So the
something.
the one that attacks at Nox misses.
Okay.
The one that attacks at Ulf misses, but the one that attacks at Miles does hit. And these ones are all biting. They are trying to bite you guys again. Actually no. That the two that miss actually use their swords, but the one that hits does actually bite. And he comes in and he manages to grab you like on the shoulder or something, Miles, and digs in with his like needle teeth and sucks out a little bit of your blood. You're gonna take 4 piercing damage,
Oh no.
and you feel a bit of your blood leaving your body.
Which doesn't zap him from the inside, unfortunately.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all of them. Miles, it's your turn now. You can retaliate as you see fit.
Whose turn?
It's
Miles.
Greg.
Okay.
Oh,
Dragori.
it is? I thought it was. I thought there you went last. Let's see.
No.
Well, the dude that just bit me, he's gonna get hit.
Yeah, sounds reasonable enough.
Yeah.
Talk
But
shit,
first,
get hit.
I am going to use my blood maledict on him. Actually, no, I don't get that yet. So never mind.
Yeah.
I
Um,
forgot that I made a
wait,
sheet. And
Has
then
Jack
changed-
already
Oh.
gone this round?
Don't whip
Yeah.
out your
Yeah.
blood dick.
I went and then they went.
Yeah, Jack missed barely.
So I don't have blood maledict yet. So I'm just going to booming blade him
All right,
and
Sounds like a
booming
disease.
bong him.
hit.
Yep, it hits.
5 damage plus 2, so 7 plus 1, 8.
All right, and he looks like he's like 1 or 2 hits away from death. He looks like real bad. And more blood is
And-
flying everywhere. Like the whole floor around you guys is just covered.
Looks like a can of tomato soup.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's what blood.
Yeah. Same consistency and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so,
Just without the cream.
is that all that Miles does, or?
I believe so.
And it's gonna be Grizzles now. Like I said,
Alright.
the one that Miles just hit is looking pretty weak. Grizzles, he would probably be opportunistic enough to realize he might be able to get a kill steal.
Yeah, I imagine he's probably
He's
going to
that
try and
kinda-
hide behind Miles, so if he does hit, he doesn't get sprayed with blood.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, where did this guy bite me?
On like the shoulder, I
In
had
the
said.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Alright.
16.
Nice. Yeah, that hits. So Grizzles comes in
Oh,
and he swings. And
Damn.
Damn.
how do you think he should finish him off?
I think he is going to peek around Miles and stab this boy in the gut and rip the blade out and cause blood to go everywhere.
He has no care. He just like starts squirting. Yeah. All right,
As long as he's got cover for himself.
Yeah,
Go
no,
for it.
yeah.
He's a little asshole.
So he like he
I mean,
peeks out
that's a fact.
peeks out around from behind Miles and goes like yeah, and like jabs into the guy the thing's gut. and then pulls out, and blood starts spraying out of the stomach of this thing. They just have these veins and like bulbous like sacks of blood are everywhere on them. So, but it falls to the ground, dying, dead, and more blood going all over Miles and Nox and Grizzles, but he's trying to hide as best as he can.
Yeah, I imagine after that he'll fucking start cackling,
I roll
and
really
congratulating
bad for my
himself, and
damage.
probably go behind this boy.
Yeah. Alright.
And that'll do
I
it.
did minimum damage. I'm sad.
Aw, rip. So Ulf, what are you gonna do, Ulf?
Really did.
Now you just
getting
gotta
that
pop this boy and
boy.
get Grizzles fucking
Yeah.
covered.
Is gonna get hit with my sword,
I just like, because of where you
That's
are,
it, yeah.
you and
and
that boy are
then
just
I'm
like peeking around the corner at each other.
Let's see here. See, I'm gonna use burn a spell slot and use Divine Smite
Alright.
as my bonus action.
Sounds good.
So that's 3.
Alright, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, you swing in, and he's looking pretty worse for wear. You know, the worst for wear right now. He's certainly not looking great, but he is alive.
Mm-hmm.
So many one.
Yeah.
Alright,
There's-
Kass,
Oh,
what are you gonna
That's
do?
only with crits though.
I mean, feeling high off my own ass, I'm gonna try this again.
Alright.
Fuck.
Oh no! Oh rip. I don't. Yeah,
Well,
I had
let's see
no.
if he rolls a 1.
I had no problem with
That's
that.
an impressive
Sorry.
well, numbers there.
So you try. I'm assuming you were gonna like swing him around you into the fire as well.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he does succeed against you. So no.
Alright, well,
Oh, and then you're gonna swing in your fist, and that definitely hits. And you
Double
you
fisting.
you finish him off. So describe it if you'd like.
well, I mean, I went for the grapple fake and
Yeah, he like he like jumped back a step, and then he's like, heh, he thought he was free, safe.
yeah, and then I come in with a double fisting from below.
Yeah, you go like pop pop, and he just like crumples to the ground, and his spear clatters to the ground there as well, next to his body.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Hey guys, there's a
I-
spear.
I also haven't been narrating it this time, but like this halfling dude, he's been like screaming the whole time, like what's going on? You know, and
Oh god, he had one of these fucking pus sacks.
he's covered in
light
blood
itself on fire right
too.
next
Yeah. All right. So
The
anyways,
dead
though,
body
least-
just lying right next to him.
so that's what Kass
Hey,
does.
don't insult my cooking.
Does Kass want to move at all?
I mean, I'll pick up the spear if you let me.
Yeah, you can do that. That works. All right, so you pick up the spear,
Wielding spears.
and yeah.
Like we'll probably move a little bit down. Like that.
Technically, you can.
All right, sounds good. All right, so Anna, it is your
have-
turn.
I have like no weapons in my hand, so. I
So
guess now I have a spear.
it is Anna.
Yeah.
All right. I ain't gonna touch these motherfuckers.
You're gonna be the only one not covered in blood from head to toe.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna. Okay. Do either of the two left alive look injured?
Yeah, this one looks decently injured.
Let's see here.
Literally, no one has attacked them.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works.
Maybe.
That thing doesn't do a lot of damage, does it?
It's only a D4. It's
No,
because
you're
it's-
yelling at them.
It's the
It's a- it's a
disadvantage thing.
disadvantage.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the support thing.
Yeah, he fails it, so he does take 2 damage. He's not dead.
It's also a cantrip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's nice then. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
barred only.
he
I got
takes
it
2 damage,
for
but is not
Warlock.
dead. But he
It's specific, like.
but he now his disadvantage.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah. Alright. And do you do anything else, or is that it? I'm assuming that's it.
You know what? I kind of look around, probably step in a little bit of blood. And
Nice. You're like, oh, that's not for me.
I just kind of cringe and like, oh no.
Alright, Nox, it's your turn. There's one right in front of you.
Okay, so I use my bonus action to move my hex on.
Yep.
Instead of Eldritch Blasting with my Morningstar, booming blade with my morning star.
Nice. All right, using.
Rhyme
Information.
mist.
Oh no. So you. Oh, that would have been so nice
that's
too.
bad.
That's a bunch of damage too. Rip. But yeah, so you
Damn.
swing in though, and unfortunately he like sort of sidesteps out of the way and dodges out of the way, and you do not connect with
The
it.
one who lived.
Yeah. And
It's the one who got away.
it is their
I don't think
turns
he's
now.
getting away.
It is it is their turns now. The one to the right, he's going to see that Ulf is, with all this big armor on and stuff. And there's an easier target.
Oh no.
So he's gonna.
Don't worry, guys. Disadvantage attack. The kobold's got 9 health right now.
So
It's all
he's
good.
gonna.
Hopefully he dead as fuck though.
So he turns to Grizzles and goes like ah, and then dives in to try and bite the kobold and completely misses. The other one,
Damn it.
the
Making his
other
ego
one,
even bigger now.
the other one next to Nox is going to use its like improvised sword thing, and also miss pretty badly. And that's all they get. These aren't very.
All this blood is just really slippery, guys.
yeah, it's really silver blood. All right, so Miles, it's your turn now. They didn't do anything super valuable to them.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
I was here.
Good timing.
I just getting food from my mother.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a guy right here.
Yeah, there is a guy right there.
At 10 p.m.
Yeah.
It's midnight here,
When
and
do
I'm
you have
thinking
it?
about
It's
food.
1 a.m. actually. No, just gonna-
You're all wrong.
So this boy right here.
Yeah.
Played it.
You know what?
So here's the to hit.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have another Hexblade's curse, but that didn't roll a 19. Anyway, 12 damage
Oh,
He's
nice.
plus 2, so that's 14.
Jeez.
Plus 1, so that's 15.
All right, and he
Where
looks
did
like.
plus 2 come from?
Actually, no, it's just 13. I
Right,
forgot
13,
that
yeah.
the plus 2 is from the
Oh.
Hexblade's curse on this guy, but he died.
Yeah. So
So yeah,
he
it's only 13.
So yeah, okay. So he and he had not been hit up to this point, I believe, and but he immediately, just from this one hit, he's like he like staggers a little bit and looks like he is. I mean, he was already kind of panicked a little bit because most of his friends died, but now he is looking real panicked and real worried about the situation, like frantically crying out war cries now. But he is still alive. All right, sounds good. So now it's Grizzles again. What's Grizzles gonna do?
I wonder.
Gonna be a little shit and steal our kills.
Squirt some more blood everywhere,
Yeah.
hopefully. Let's see here. 19. Jesus Christ.
There you go.
7 damage.
That does the job. He steals another kill.
Unfortunately, he's in the path of more lovely blood this time.
Yeah. So he goes. Grizzles goes like ah, and it's like sort of you could tell he's his like blood frenzies, bloodlust that kobolds are sort of like natural with is in full effect right now, and
He's becoming a barbarian.
he just charges and goes ah, and just stabs it right into the guy, into this this goblin thing. And
Dude, I would be fine with him finding his inner rage and becoming a barbarian because that'd just be fucking silly.
yeah, I mean it's a possibility, but yeah. So he
If his stats are what he uses as a character, he's got fucking 7 strength.
well, we'll figure something out for that. That might be a little different, but
Whatever makes sense.
yeah. Anyways, so he comes in
Yeah.
and he swings at he actually thrusts forward and impales the goblin on this thing on his sword. And when he pulls it out, then blood starts, squirting everywhere, as is tradition with these things. And it falls to the ground dead, and Grizzles goes like, Alexis is right, he's the MVP. And yeah.
Look at everyone else's kill feed. Everyone's just got fucking assists. You can
Yeah. Alright, and Ulf, it is your turn now, unless the kobold wants to move or anything.
Oh, there is one left.
There's one
I
left.
guess if he is in a blood frenzy, he'd probably be a dumbass and
Yeah.
run up to the next one.
Yeah.
Stand there looking at him.
Alright, so Ulf, what are you doing now? Moving in, nice.
There, and I suppose I'll hit it with my sword again.
Yeah, sounds good.
Swap.
Oh,
shit!
Hold on. So because I was waiting for a crit, I know this is probably overkill, but where's my thing?
Are you gonna try and
Don't
fucking
add
make a
any
fountain?
smites to the man.
It's not smite.
Okay.
It's not. It's a orc. It's an orc trait.
Oh, you're gonna roll an extra damage
yeah.
dice.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, the fury.
I
think it- I
or
think
whatever.
it's-
I don't know.
I think it only gives one dice, or does it? No, I guess you can
well,
technically.
one extra. It's one extra. So,
Yeah,
it's
it's
one
not
extra,
something that gets
so-
added. It's not something
Right.
that gets doubled since it's added.
I'm just
after the
gonna
fact,
I'm
I
just
think.
gonna re-roll
Yeah, so
for the
just roll
sword.
a
So
D8.
then, will I have all the modifiers?
All right. Yeah, whatever you
I'm
want.
just gonna. Okay. So 22 plus 4, 26.
Hold on.
Wait,
What?
I don't think that works exactly like that.
Your
Is it just a
damage.
D8?
You just
Yeah,
add
that-
one
that-
d8 on
Oh,
top
it's-
of that crit.
So
My
it'd be
bad.
Yeah.
it rolled a 4 out of that.
Just another D8.
But you can just
Just
roll
all.
a separate D8, yeah. Oh my
Okay.
god! Still though.
So
it's
15.
23.
23.
Yeah.
I have to.
So-
I gotta tell you, his max HP was 18, and he had 5. So you went to his cap negative, like you insta killed him essentially.
I think
The
you
same way
split him
that-
in half. And
You split him in
guess
half.
what?
So
More blood.
So you you take your as to finish off this gruesome encounter, you take your sword, you swing it back, and you just put all your force in this, bring it like with 2 hands down, and hit him right in the center of his skull. And he's a small-ish creature, smaller than a human, although bigger than the average goblin, but he still has such strength that it starts splitting right through him and splits him straight down the middle, vertical wise. And he just, like, the 2 halves of his body peel apart, and blood just starts going, like, exploding. There's like a huge fountain of blood, and then and like a mist of blood. And then his body hits the ground, and sort of it dissipates a little bit, and you guys all have like your faces covered in blood. Everyone, even Anna, gets a little covered by this. And so you guys are all covered in blood.
I just kind of look at them, really disgusted, and casually press the digitation, the blood off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nox hooks the Morning Star in her belt and just like shudders and walks out of the room.
I'm gonna walk over to the hobbit as this. Did Nox even
I-
manage to get any melee hits from how much
Melee
blood
hits?
you got covered in?
No.
No, one Eldritch
So-
Blast, I think. But still.
Ulf after that attacks would have let out like a war cry though.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, it was a pretty brutal
So
ending.
you and the kobold are both like fucking going ape shit,
We're in it now. We want more people.
Yeah.
Send them in.
sitting there stabbing the fucking bisected body.
Yeah.
After getting knocked down almost every other battle, he's just
All right, so you said this dude's like pinned down with rocks. And
Yeah,
shit?
there's like rocks and stuff. I don't know. He's just sort of pinned down. It's
I guess I'm gonna start working at it and probably trying to usher Ulf over since he's the strong man.
Yep.
Once
No, I'm
he's
here.
done hooting.
And so it takes him a little bit to calm down. This,
it's a really big
this
halfling, but
yeah, but no. So it takes him a little bit to calm down, but then he starts talking to you guys. Actually, and so the first thing he actually says is like, oh, thank you so much. I thought they were
I
going
think so.
He
to.
might have died.
Yeah,
Oh,
points
I'm
are
back.
dead.
I'm back. Am I back now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back.
All right,
You're
that
fine.
was weird. All right, yeah. So so he starts talking to you once he calms down a little
And
bit, and
you cut out again.
oh, that's not good.
Yep.
That's not good. Hold on one sec. That's weird. All right. Well, hopefully that is just a temporary thing. So he starts talking to you guys now that he's calmed down a little bit. This halfling, and he's like, oh, thank you. I thought I was gonna be eaten or something.
Well, now
I
you're
would.
blood.
Why don't you tell us why you're in the back of this cave? As I'm taking the rocks off.
Yeah.
Does he look really wounded?
No, not
Yeah.
too wounded. He has like a bruise on his face or something. That's about it.
All right.
Just give me a second to compose myself. And
He's lying.
and so he starts to
No
he
kidding.
sort of gets up and like dusts himself off, tries to get some of the blood off, And he looks at you guys, and says, and this after like a minute, just composing himself. He's like,
I just picture, like, while he's composing himself, I look over at Ulf, just completely red. Like,
yeah,
oh.
and he's like, my name is Oh yes, sir.
As soon as I see Anna look at me and just shudder, it's like, I need a shower or I need a bath.
Yeah.
I'll just like put my hand right on your face, and suddenly all of the blood on your face goes flying off.
It just kind of does it like splatter.
It goes
like
splatting. So if anyone is unfortunate enough to be to the right side when this happens, they're gonna.
See, so my left, so it would have been Nox. Would have been the closest to getting splattered.
So
I mean, how far does it go flying off?
Well,
it's prestidigitation. You don't know.
it's
I feel like it wouldn't be going.
it's open for
it wouldn't go
interpretation.
flying
a little bit
Yeah.
of splatter onto Nox. It would probably be.
I
annoyed,
imagine
was
it would
assuming.
probably at most go to the next tile over.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 feet.
But yeah.
maybe.
Well,
So-
since we're in the center, it could go like 3-4 feet and hit
Yeah.
the edge of the next tile.
So anyway, he composed himself after a minute. He's like, well, my name is Baranan the Brave. You see, and I'm an adventurer.
I chuckle.
He's like, what are you laughing at? I'm an adventurer. I'm
I
brave and
chuckle again.
not afraid
I
of
can tell.
anything.
Mhm.
Well, you certainly found
An exact.
a fun adventure in here.
Yes, well, yeah. So about that, I was wandering through the woods a little ways from here. I've just been wandering through the wilderness for a while, going from small place to small place, and I happened to cross these disgusting fellows. Where they had actually, it looks like they were looting some sort of wagon, and I was watching them for a bit and seeing if maybe I would test my luck against them. You see, but they.
You did well.
Very funny, yes. Then one of them snuck up on me, and apparently I wasn't being as sneaky as I thought. One of them snuck up on me, bashed me on the head with a rock, and he like points at his forehead where there's like a bruise there. And I woke up here, and they were chanting around me, and looks like they were having fun with it. And then you guys got here. I definitely would have found a way out, though. You guys didn't have to help.
I chuckle again.
I'm sure.
And he glares at you, Kass.
Look, kid, just go to the nearest town. I'm sure you can find someone to take care of you.
I'm not a kid, you know. I might be young.
I look
but I can...
at him. Surely you've
Yeah.
seen halflings before. This is their country.
I wasn't calling him a kid because he's a halfling. I'm calling him a kid because he's acting immature.
Wow, that is so rude, and to think that I was gonna save you guys from these terrible creatures.
You can
Yes.
drop the act. We heard your screams.
I would like to see if he peed his pants.
He is.
You can't tell under all the blood.
Roll me a perception check.
Funny enough, there wasn't actually that much bleeding going on up here.
There's a tiny little speck,
Almost.
but it could be blood. You know.
I mean,
He
had
he
one
might be able to
explode.
smell it.
he had one of them like explode on a fire right now.
You think there's a chance that he peed himself a little bit?
Oh, so hot blood, just like
Yeah.
boiling all over.
Yeah. So, anyways, though, so he's like
hot
he sort of
blood.
just sort of crosses his
Penetrates the
arm.
fibers in your clothes.
He crosses his arms and sort of just glares at you guys, and he says, "Well, I suppose thanks for your help, even though I didn't need it. I will be going now."
All right, go.
As he's walking away, I'll say, "Don't travel north."
And he looks back. It's like he looks back and he's like, "Fine," and just keeps walking out.
You probably shouldn't have said that. He seems like the kind of person to go against help. He seems to have a sense of adventure, whether or not it's safe or not.
Well, hopefully he knows magic if he runs into the cultist.
And
At least keep him around for a while.
He probably doesn't. Where's the chipmunk at this point?
still
Oh,
in
God.
still in
With
Kass's
me.
Oh my
yeah,
god!
still in Kass's pocket.
Has it been watching us this whole time?
No, actually, after the battle was over, it sort of like pokes its head out, and then it was like looking around. It didn't. It was protected from the blood splattering.
It's
I see.
been
I picture
within
it just
my
looking
monk's
at one
robes
of
this whole
the
time.
blood-covered people. Like,
yeah, it's been in your robes.
no.
I have taking extra cautions to keep it safe.
Yeah,
That's why you had trouble with that one grapple.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just
Anyway.
kinda trying to keep part of your body away from combat.
So so yeah, the chipmunk is the MVP. Alexis says.
So, are there any possessions lying around in the cave? I'm not touching the fucking bodies. I ain't looting them.
No, beyond the spear, doesn't seem to be too much here. The goblin things are they, like I said, like they literally just have like a tiny cloth over their loin, and that's it. And then those improvised weapons.
Now that we have some time to actually think, I'd like to look over these corpses and see if I know what they are.
All right, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so you start looking over them and stuff. I guess that would be like a survival check. What do you? I think that would be that, right?
Why would it be a survival check to know what they are?
Well, I don't know. I guess like nature. I don't know. I don't know what makes sense.
Also,
Definitely
are
nature.
they fey, fiends, or undead?
Like,
If
no.
they're a magical
Could make
creature, it
sense.
would be Arcana, perhaps.
No,
if they're
they're
or religion.
Creatures
if
from the
there's-
woods.
no. They would just. This would just be. I think this would be nature. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're. Yeah.
So
yeah,
are they
nature's
fey,
probably
fiends,
less.
or undead?
No, they're not.
Alright.
They're like goblinoids.
I think most natural appearing creatures would be nature.
Yeah.
so
that's fair.
any mundane creatures, including humanoids, probably nature.
Yeah. So no, they.
Unless there's a historical reason to know.
Yeah.
You are. You don't really recognize these things. They.
I mean,
You don't remember hearing about anything like this before, but they. They're definitely looking over them. They're definitely like you can tell they're related to goblins somehow.
I would like to look at my spear as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What do you mean?
It's a spear now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goblin spear that I picked up is
Mhm.
what I meant, because I also have a spear. I'm not looking at the
Yeah,
spear
yeah.
that I've owned this whole time.
Yeah.
Anything visual you can tell me about the spear?
I mean, so it I would say so. In looking around, one thing you notice is that lots of the other, all the other like improvised weapons that these creatures, these goblins have had on them, all of them seem like super corroded and like rusty and stuff. Whereas the spear, like it looks like the handle has seen, or not the handle, the haft, the staff part has seen a lot of use and stuff. But the metal part of the spear is actually like pristine. It looks like it hasn't been damaged or touched or chipped or anything. It looks in very good condition, almost unnaturally so.
What type of wood is the staff made of?
Probably like hickory or something.
Nice.
Hickory dock.
Yeah.
I guess.
But,
they're both examining things. I'm just going to probably finish cleaning Ulf off, since we're all just kind of standing around here. And I'm probably going to
I
do the
would
same to
probably-
Nox and the Cobalt if they don't resist.
I will probably take out some of my wood carving tools and start, making the handle better.
Alright.
Well, we should probably
Or
go
the
down that
staff
other
part.
path.
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably check out the other hallway that
We are here looking
didn't go
for
down.
something after all.
Yeah.
I mean, we did find something.
I imagine
Forgot
we'll
about
be here a
that.
couple minutes, and it'll only take about that long to get the blood off of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Right, yeah,
once
it's
once we
good.
walk past all the bodies again, I'm gonna fucking wipe my boots off too. Kinda disgusted looking.
Sounds good.
And away.
Hold on. 1 second. So, anyways, there is.
I am now the shower of the party.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys get cleaned off and stuff, and we'll continue on your merry way.
I'm not so much cleaning them for their sake, but for my sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
would
so
Not only are
sure.
they disgusting, they probably would make us fail stealth checks because of the smell.
But
I
yeah,
would
so,
be obnoxious about how clean my Riker's chainmail gets, though,
okay.
because I don't want it to start rusting.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Well,
Just for fluff.
magically clean something. I don't know if it's like, well, technically the oil's supposed to be there.
Well,
It would
I don't-
probably clean the oil off.
I would be like anal about like if there's blood or whatever on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too.
Your
the oil, I can
armor
put
is going
oil
to
on it.
need re-oiling, basically, but that's something
Yeah.
you basically are expected to be doing in your off time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah. So do you guys just continue get back into marching order and start going down the other path?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So yeah, you go the couple minutes to get back to that fork in the path in the tunnel, and yeah, you go the other way. This tunnel goes a little longer than the other one, but after a few minutes, you can see. You guys can see ahead of you that up around like a different corner, you can see some light. This doesn't look like torchlight or anything though. This looks like almost like natural light. It's very dim because it's not direct light, but you see like some light coming from around the corner up ahead. You don't hear anything. It just sounds pretty peaceful.
I guess I'd stow my weapon again, since I probably had to have that out for a while.
Yeah. So you guys. So when you walk around the corner, I'm actually gonna drop you into a map to show you what you see.
No,
Two
no.
maps in one session.
Yeah.
Spoil us.
Whose birthday?
My
Hold on.
birthday.
Hold on. Let me just drop you guys in.